started. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Come on in. Hope you all are well. Let me turn off my struggle air conditioner. Make sure we can see and read. All right. Let me get TikTok ready. Instagram is ready. All right. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger to see. And let's see if did I mirror it? Yeah, perfect. All right, everybody. Hello, Omri. Hello, Am, Connell. I'm doing well. Hello, Juice. Thank you all so much for being here. Hello, Pierre is here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Mondays with Maggie on Cooking with Aisha. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. If you're new to me, we're going to be doing some meal prep today. I wanted to do some salad and smoothies. Salad as a meal prep for me. I'm doing a little bit of a fast today. You know, there's a lot going on. It's graduation season, so there's a lot of snackable items around. So when I'm home, I try to eat pretty strict. And I told Marcus to be home so I can make a smoothie for him. Is he here? No. So he'll probably come barreling in. But thank you all so much for watching. And as always, let me start by saying thank you so much to Cooking with Aisha for allowing me, as always, to stream on her platform. So Mondays with Maggie. I am your substitute teacher because I make, gosh, has it been that long? I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. When I'm cooking for myself, when I'm cooking for boys or men or for y'all, I always give you the full flavor ingredients, but if you need to make some swaps, some healthier choices, you know, I can walk us through that. So I'm going to do a little simple Asian inspired chicken salad in a shakeable container. I have found working from home, it's just great for me. I'm not a big meal prepper. I like cooking fresh and eating it hot. Clearly, I can miss a meal. So if you're busy, if you're between meetings like I am sometimes, it's great to have something in the fridge ready to go, especially if you have a goal, if you're trying to stay on track. So I'm going to show you all just a little hack that I've done for myself, as well as Marcus, our oldest. Y'all know he's graduating, and he was like, "What's that, Mom? Can I have some?" Y'all know how it goes, all right? We got Cynthia here. She says, "Hi, hello, my dear." We got Deborah in the house. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hello, Juice. Hello, Multiple. And hello, everybody on TikTok. All right, so let me get my uniform on. Let's clean off the counter and wash our hands. This is kind of like a no cooking stream today. We'll do some chopping and we'll do some blending for the smoothie. But if you don't want to crank up the stove, if you're in a place where you don't have a stove, I always think about truckers, students, travel nurses. This could be an option for you. All right. Hello, Elnora. That's a beautiful Southern name. Hello, sweet lady. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. All right, let's clean off the counter. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great weekend, and let's start another week off. All right. And I'll walk you all through some substitutes that I have, some hacks that I use, and you know, I always say, because it is very true, I am not a professional. I think that would be very obvious as we go through this, but you know, thank you, Juice, for the flames. But you just never know. You know, cooking is very subjective, and I'm just here to give inspiration. You know, if you have ideas, I always love cooking with y'all, and we learn together. So please, by all means, sit back and relax. We're going to take it easy. Let me wash my hands and get my uniform on, and then we will get started. All right. For those of us on a health and wellness journey, you know, maybe you need to lose some extra pounds like me, struggle of my life. Maybe you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. Hello, tweet. What I have found, I've learned a hard lesson that sometimes the creativity, and I love being creative in the kitchen, and I love coming up with new recipes to copy for you all, but I found myself, oh, hello, Corin, Mother's Day was lovely, thank you. I have found myself sometimes looking up recipes to make for content even when I wasn't hungry. And you all know the boys live with their dad, and so I'm empty nesting, and so there was just a lot more food around that I didn't need. So to combat that, what I've been trying to do is plan for meals before I get hungry, and the grab and go options have been great. All right, so let me turn on the struggle air conditioning. And I have reluctantly but positively kind of learned that eating not the exact same thing every day, but kind of having, meals that are predictable for your everyday has helped me. And then when you're out, you can splurge. Y'all know when I'm traveling, I'm eating everything clearly. But at home, just really being kind of particular about, okay, these are the foods that I can have because we are responsible for what comes in our house. And I am not the food police. I always say, if you can have the good stuff, have it for me. Aw, thank you all so much. Thank you, Deborah, for the badges on TikTok. Y'all are so generous. Okay. We got Quasia over here. Hello, sweetheart. Gary says good evening. Hello. And Cynthia is here. Hello. All right. So we're going to do a really simple shaker salad. So for me, I kind of have my little preamble about simple, repetitive meals in the summer months, which it is now. I'm in Atlanta, so it's hot Atlanta. When it's cold outside, when it's warm outside, I try to eat more salads. You agree, right? More salads. And then in the winter time, I try to eat more soups. So I do mostly soups and salads when I'm being good. And that kind of gives me a little bit of fun to play with, but it's more vegetables in the summertime, which, can fill you up with less calories, and then more broth in the winter time. So that's kind of what we do here. Boss, I love you too. Thank you so much for the badges. Corn is here for a good salad. All right. So let me show y'all a couple containers. So I got these. You all have seen these if you've ever gotten any type of takeout or meal prep. I got this at Amazon. It was a 3-pack. And if you all remember when the cucumber salads were going viral, these were everywhere. But I got this from Amazon. It was a 3-pack of the large ones for soup, and then this medium-sized one. It's got cilantro in it. We're going to use this for our Asian-inspired salad. I could put I think I just got some on me. I can put cilantro on everything. Some of you love it, some of you don't. That's totally fine. But taking a little time, again, I had to learn the hard way. One, because my vegetables were going bad. I think I got some cilantro on me. But your fresh herbs add a lot of flavor with 0 calories. All right. So I like to have this ready. You can toss this over your tacos, your nachos, put it over an omelet. We're going to use this in our Asian inspired salad. If you're one of those that doesn't like cilantro, do what works for you. All right. But just showing you all, and I don't have the perfect setup. My fridge is a disaster just like y'all's, but just showing y'all some things that have helped me. Hello, Norm is here. Keith is here. Thrifty and DK. Thank you all so much. And if you all have been with me, you have seen my struggle bus of the green onions. So I actually took some time to cut my green onions, a very unattractive rough chop, and I have them in this container, and we're going to put some green onion in our Asian inspired salad too. But again, you can kind of see just having some of this stuff ready, like a proper kitchen, which this is not, saves you time, and it makes, I know, and like cilantro, it just saves you time. And when you are hungry, just like they say, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Trying to decide what to eat when you're already hungry, it's already too late. And I got a lot of travel coming up this year. Y'all know I was just in Boston and Dallas, and I'm going to LA next week. So this is what I do when I'm home so that I can enjoy more than I should when I'm out. All right. So this is something that I try to take time. Plus, it helps to not waste money because ingredients are expensive. And y'all know, you have seen my wilted green onions. It's terrible. Hello, Trisha is here. Next level. Cilantro is a must-have. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Thank you all for liking the live stream. I just come on and start cooking with you all. But if you like the content, wherever you're watching, you can like it. I'm gonna be doing this whether you like it or not, whether you watch it or not. But I'm very grateful that you're here. And someone told me, "Oh, do you still do your stream? I don't see you anymore." The way this algorithm works, if you don't watch for a while, which is fine, it'll just suggest other stuff to you. So if you like it, if you find an old video and just give it a thumbs up, it'll start coming back into your recommendations if that's what you want. But for me, for cooking streams, it's usually Mondays and Fridays. And then for relationship content, I make femininity content. That's usually Wednesdays and Saturdays. But it's graduation season, y'all. This is a very busy time of year for my family. So turn on your notifications. We got Linda in the house. Hello. And make a list. Make a list of what? When you get hungry? We got Sheila here. Hello. Thank you, sweetheart, for the compliment. Lois is here. Karen says, Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. And Trisha says, welcome back. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, thank you all for following. Okay, so we are going to use this large size. This is the soup container size. This is great if you don't really care about presentation. Like Marcus told me, I can't eat presentation, but you can buy these in bulk. Walmart or Amazon is where I got them. I'll show you all a couple other ones that are, this is level 1, which we're going to use. We are fine. Dane's girl says graduation's amazing. I know, absolutely. All right. I got these at the Dollar Tree. Now it says yogurt cup. You can see these are $1.25 yogurt cups, but anything like this that's kind of portioned would be good. You could use this for your shaker salad. Now I know it comes with a spoon, which isn't helpful, but any kind of tall container or large container, this could work. Plus, if you want to do the crispy bits, which I'm going to omit, but if you like crispy onions or wonton strips, you could use this compartment because this is where you would put like your granola. So it has the salad portion, and then it has a separator, and then the little struggle spoon goes here. You'll need a fork. All right, so just know that. But this came from the Dollar Tree. And then you could do this for your crispy items, anything you didn't want to get soggy. I would say dressing, but no, that's going to be too messy because it opens up like that. But again, this one came from the Dollar Tree, and it's a $1.25 yogurt cup. So, if you're trying to do your snatched salads or whatever, or if you're meal prepping for the family, they also have different colors. None of this is sponsored. I'm just trying to see what I can share with you all. They have different colors so everybody can have their grab and go. So it could be yogurt parfait. Marcus likes that as an after school snack. Thank you so much, Dane's Girl, for the badges, and Bargain Gambling for the badges. Oh, you love the graduation pics? Yeah, y'all. Oh, a lot of flashbacks. So the big day is Saturday, but a lot of events this week. So thank you. And Marcus is going off to the Marines. So if I see him a little distracted, that's why. But we're very proud. Okay, so you could do this for a yogurt cup. I love an assembly meal. What else would you put toppings on? Like oatmeal with all that stuff. But shaker salads could be an option. So this is level 2. So this is level 1, very basic. Level 2. Then if you want to get really fancy, okay, I'm calling it fancy. And if you want to be more sustainable, I also got these at the Dollar Tree. Let me show y'all some glass containers. So if you want to have one of those beautiful fridges that they open up and they have all those glass containers, you could do like a mason jar. This to me is a little bit smaller size. This is your regular size mason jar. I think we're going to use this big one. We'll do 2 so you can see the difference here. We're in the South. Shout out to the South. It's nice to drink tea or lemonade out of these. I think they're a great size for your hands too. I have kind of small hands, so this one is square. It's easy to hold, so you could shake. But this one is the, like 32 ounce or 36? Yeah, 32 ounce, and this one is the 16 ounce. So you could do your salads in here, or if you really want to be big, maybe make like a family size. These also came from the Dollar Tree. So just giving you all some options. You could also use them for cotton swabs on your vanity, but I just grabbed some things out. Any of these would work, all right? Hello, Sherry here. Karen says, what is your name on Facebook? I see you on Aisha'S page. So I am Maggie. My actual name is Margaret. Maggie is my childhood nickname. Thank you so much, Mel, for the badges. But if you look right here where it says Maggie, the substitute teacher, you can find me on all platforms under that handle, okay? All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. I'm really just vamping for time because Marcus was supposed to be here to enjoy this smoothie because I'm trying to fast today. But school is over and he's hanging with his friends. Y'all already know. So he said he's on his way. Okay. So we're going to do one in the glass and we're going to do one in the soup container. What do y'all call these? Like takeout containers, soup containers? Hello, Uchi is here. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Next level says glass is healthier for storage too. Yes, absolutely. So I'm not going to put this in the microwave. This is just going to be like a shake and go. But absolutely, if you want to be more sustainable, glass is an option. Just showing y'all everything you can get for $1, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. Okay, so you can customize this salad however you want. We're going to do an Asian inspired chicken salad. So I'm going to do greens, and I'll show you. I'm going to use cabbage. There's a reason why. We're going to do, I'm saying this list out loud: cabbage, apple, cilantro, green onion, chicken, and then some spices. So we can do very simple, or you could get as elaborate as you want. All right, so I'm going to start, since we're greedy, I'm going to start with the protein at the bottom. And I like the way that it comes together as a layer. It's an egg drop soup container. Yeah, that's a good soup. We made that a couple times. Egg drop soup. Soups are great because they keep you kind of full on all that fluid. All right, so let's talk protein. So again, this is a non-cooking cooking stream. All right, so I got this from Walmart. I think we're going to use this. This is the chicken breast. I don't mind the canned chicken. Some of y'all are like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. If you have rotisserie chicken, if you have deli meat chicken, if you have whatever type of protein you want, you could probably also do with tuna. You could do an Asian tuna salad, but just showing you all some options. The canned tuna and the canned chicken comes in 2 sizes. For one portion, I would probably use one of the small, but we're greedy here. So I like to use the big. Or if you're cooking, if I'm doing this for Marcus, or if you want to double up your protein, you can do that as well. So I have this 3-pack from, I think, Sam's Club. So we're going to get in here with one of these. Hello, June is here. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Kaylee says, so beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Hello, Zach is here on Instagram. Hope everybody's doing well. So, sometimes you need, let me get the scissors. Sometimes you need something that's a little bit shelf stable. If you know you've got, I'm just telling y'all what I do. If you know you've got a busy, week coming, this is something you could make in advance. Or if it's hot and you don't really want to cook, or you don't have time to cook, you're hungry right now, literally you could put this together in 5 minutes and be eating it. All right, so we have, okay, so this is a 5-pack. I think I got this from Sam's Club, and it's the white meat chicken breast. Let me see if I can show y'all. Yeah, so this is the chunk chicken breast. This is just great value. You can do any brand that you want, all right? I will go ahead and drain it. Sometimes I keep the liquid in there. It's just water and salt. It's just like chicken broth, and that's a great little hack. You can do chicken broth just to sip on, to kind of give you that flavor like you're eating something, but you're not, all right? Next level says, this is a great recipe for off-the-grid eating. What is off-the-grid eating? Y'all know I'm old and I don't know. Off-the-grid means like you're not on a cell phone network, but I don't know. Missy says you love the dress. Thank you. I have so many Ghanaian dresses. Y'all know I'm from Ghana. That's where I was born, so thank you kindly. We are actually going back to Ghana. If y'all want to travel with me, I have so much travel. Next month is China, then London, I think France, and then Ghana in December. So if you all want to travel with me, I'm actually taking a group. We're calling it December to Remember. If you want to come to the motherland with me, I'd love to take you to my home country. I'm doing the whole thing with a travel company. They're taking care of everything. I'm just your happy hostess. But I bought so many African dresses, and you can get them for a steal because of conversion. Don't worry about it. But I bought so many African dresses last December when I went, and I wore them in Ghana. If y'all saw the pictures, some of them I haven't even opened. I'm saving one for graduation. Sidebar. But when we came back to the States, it was winter time, and so I had to pack all of these away. So now that it's finally warming up, I'm putting on more of the dresses. So thank you so much. Oh, next level says off the grid means when you don't have means to prepare meat. Absolutely. Yeah, those of you all that camping, scouting, um, like I said, truckers, students, travel nurses. This canned white meat chicken is already cooked. I think this is a great, what do you call it? When it's like not the apocalypse, but y'all know there's a word for when everything is okay. Let's stay positive. Next level has canned butter in your survival kits. I didn't even know that was a thing. All right, so let's go ahead and drain this. If you're making a soup, just keep the liquid, all that good stuff. I say don't waste, use it all. Because you're going to put dressing on this, but just so that it looks nice in the container. Thank you, Tweet. Thank you for sharing. I'm just draining this in the sink, y'all. So I'm gonna pop the top and let you see, and we'll do half and half. This is a big can. This was 12.5 ounces. So that'll give us 6 ounces-ish of protein per can, which is a good meal size. All right. So this is what we have. This is the canned chicken after we've drained it. All right. Again, in a pinch, I think this is a great snack. I'll eat it right out of the can. I don't have a problem with it. All right. But again, use tuna, use salmon, use whatever you like. So I'm just going to use a spoon and I'm going to put it in. See, I'm fasting and I ate by accident, but now if it were me, you know what? Maybe I should. Hold on. Okay. That's a lot. I would still eat it, but I'm just going to, and it's big chunks, y'all. It's big chunks of chicken. Since the mason jar is a little bit smaller mouth, I'm just going to move. I like to do everything in layers. We eat with our eyes first, so it's nice to have a little visual presentation. All right. So we have a layer of chicken. Something tells me that's not enough, but we'll just do one more. See, now that I ate that piece of chicken, I want more. Greedy. It's so good when you don't start, then when you start, it's like, Karen, you found me? Thank you. Hello, Elnora. Good evening to you. Thank you so much. All right. So there is no rhyme or reason here. You can make this however you like. But I like starting with the protein because I'm greedy and I want it first. But sometimes when you get it filled up, then you're trying to cram that meat in. All right. So let's just go in with our veggies that we have. This is cilantro. I'm just going to go ahead and use it all up. Again, we're doing an Asian inspired. So I'm just going to do 2 big pinches of cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, omit it. But I think it goes really well. So we have our second layer there. Let's see. Probably looks a little bit better in the glass. And again, I'm taking my time here, but you can absolutely, and this is good. My veggies they're not bad, but I've been traveling a couple days and they're at that point where it's like use it or lose it and we don't want to waste. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and make a couple salads down. I'll have one, maybe Marcus will have one. All right. So we have layer number 2. All right. I think what I want to do next, all right. This looks a little bit struggle-rific, but want to give you all some ideas. Most of the time when we eat salads with some type of green. I love lettuce, I love spinach, kale, whatever it is. But for me, you all know once you open them, they kind of start to wilt and go bad quickly. So one of the swaps that I've made, one of the substitutes I've made, is to start using coleslaw or cabbage as a salad base instead of lettuce. You could absolutely do this with spring mix or whatever green that you like. But for me, cabbage seems to last longer as well as it doesn't wilt as much. All right. So I'm just putting in another little handful. Let's do 2 handfuls of cabbage. Now this coleslaw, let me give you all some tips. This is just Walmart brand coleslaw. You can make it as coleslaw. Obviously, you could add the coleslaw dressing and, you know, stir it up, and have this at your barbecue with your hot dogs or whatever. That's option number one. Option number two, you could actually use this as a cooked vegetable. So if you don't like washing and chopping, or maybe you want to wash it, that's fine. Wash it again. You can put this in a skillet with a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper, or shout out to Miss Aisha, y'all already know. We'll put a little bit of this on there. We have Miss Aisha's vegetable seasonings. Y'all know we did our unboxing last week, so you can serve this as a hot vegetable as well. Just like a little quick stir fry. That's option number two. And then option number three is what we're doing. Use this as a substitute for salad. So again, I'm just going to do this by hand since this is a small mouth jar. You can do the one that's just shredded cabbage, or you could do this one, the tricolor, which also has a little bit of carrot in there too. So you can see it's coming along kind of nicely. So I want to go ahead and use up everything. This is one of those clean out your refrigerator meals. So we're just going to put this in here and then toss it. And you'll find this in the same section where you get the bag salads. All right, so far we have chicken, cilantro. I know that's kind of hard to see. Chicken, cilantro, and cabbage. All right, so in our soup container, my layers aren't looking as pretty, but chicken, cilantro, and cabbage, or whatever greens that you like. All right, let me just wipe this off, and we're going to move into the green onion that we have next. Or, I don't know, what would you all add? Red onion? You know what? I want to kind of break up the colors. We're going to go to the fruit next. I'm going to cut up an apple. So we're going to do an apple chicken salad. If you have the little cuties, the little mandarin oranges, those go really well as well. A great way to get your fruits and veggies in. So let me get the cutting board and we'll cut up an apple. This gives you a little bit of healthy sweet. It also gives you a nice little crunch. Hello, Myrna. Thank you so much for being here. Let me put a wet paper towel underneath here so our cutting board doesn't move on us. A little hack, a little damp paper towel or kitchen towel just kind of anchors it to the counter. So when we get to cutting, safety first. All right. So I've showed this before. I have a couple kitchen hacks, kitchen tools. You all probably have them as well. Let me just show you all. So let's get an apple. And I like a whole apple, so I'll do probably 2 of them. If you like less, you could do half of the apple. But this is a great way, like I always say, if you have picky eaters or kids or husbands or anybody who doesn't like fruits, add it to the food they're already going to eat. So let me give this a wash. And it's just a nice little substitute for, okay, I'm not going to say it's like a crouton or a wonton. I'm the substitute teacher, but come on. But if you like texture, if you like a crunch, it's really nice. Or I don't know, what other fruits you could put on there, whatever you like. All right, so you probably have something like this in your kitchen tools, and it is a vegetable peeler. We're not going to peel the apple. I can hear my mom saying that's where all the vitamins are. But this serrated side here, this will actually core your apple as well. So I'm just going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to go in down by the core and just try to go straight in. And then you literally just twist. My arms aren't strong, so twist like that, and then it pulls out the apple core. If you have a symmetric apple, you can core it pretty quickly. So we're going to dice this up and put it in our salads. You could also fill this with like butter and brown sugar and cinnamon and bake it. So many things you can do. All right. So yes, it's a vegetable peeler, but also an apple core. All right, let's get this diced up. Nice and sweet. Hello, Donis. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, 216 Sports. I hope y'all are all doing well. So I like it with mandarin oranges. They're kind of sweet and juicy. So let's see what happens if we cut just half of an apple, if we get enough of a layer. So I'm just going to do kind of a small dice. That way you have a little bit in each bite. If you like it chunky, you can do chunky. I think that's good. Let's see what a half gives us. So we're going to add this to our salad. But again, you could do broccoli. You could do whatever you like. All right. So we have a nice little layer of apple. I think it looks pretty good. Let's do the same thing in the glass jar. But yeah, let me know, what are your favorite salad toppings? Old Maggie was like a heavy Cobb salad with Thousand Island, you know, cheddar cheese, croutons, all that stuff. I still love a good salad, but I had to make some substitutes, so that's what we're doing. Again, if you're making like a large dinner size, this is something you could kind of prep ahead of time. Let me cut this a little bit smaller. You could prep this ahead of time and just put it in the fridge. Then when you're ready to go, you can add your dressing, shake and pour. If you're traveling, this is great. Just get a fork and eat it right out of the container. That's what I do. No need to make extra dishes. Of course, if you're serving other people, you would want to plate it properly. Hello, Wannabe is here. Priscilla says you love the presentation. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Valerie didn't know that. Oh, I'm so glad that's helpful. Sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, but you know what? We are all at different levels of cooking. We can all learn. Trust me, I don't know everything, and I mess up all the time. So I'm just cutting these a little bit small so that they look nice. If you can get a better dice, go for it. So we're going to put this in our glass jar. So our apple, try and make a layer, but you all see what's going on. That way, you know, if you share a fridge with other people and they got all their stuff in there that you can't have, it's nice. I'm going to eat it. When you open the fridge and you see, ooh, and sometimes you forget that you've taken the time to make this. Like you could make two. If you're not a big meal prep person, make two. Make one to eat and then one to store. So the next day, at least you're cooking every other day if we call this cooking. All right. So now we have our apple, cabbage, green cilantro, and chicken. All right. And then I think last I'm going to do is some green onion. I just took whatever I had from the fridge. If you have bell pepper, but since we're doing Asian inspired, I was trying to stick with, you know what, we're going to put some more chicken in here, y'all. We're going to double this thing up because it's looking kind of light. And I want it filled to the brim. Shout out Team Greedy. I didn't know if it would be overflowing. All right. So we have our green onion. And as you can see, I'm making this completely dry now. You could put the, what's it called? The dressing in there. But, gosh, now that I'm snacking on this, I want one. You could put the dressing in there, but, you know, just having your dressing, pour it, put the top on, shake and go, you're good. Let's do some more protein, and then we'll do the seasonings, and then we're good. Agnes says, what are you prepping? This is an Asian-inspired chicken apple salad. So we have some chicken at the bottom. We're going to do more. We have cilantro, slaw, which is just cabbage, carrot, apple, green onion. But, you know, you all tell me when you make a salad, if you like a Latin-inspired salad with like corn and black bean, like a Southwest salad, do it this way. If you like, I I don't know, one of those green goddess salads with, you know, the green salad was just all like cucumber, avocado, whatever, you know, do that. Just giving you all some options of what you can do, especially if you already have the ingredients. The key is, you know, just invest in a couple of these inexpensive containers that kind of let you see through it, because, you know, you like to see that in the fridge. Use what you have, start where you can. Tweet says you're back, but did I freeze on Instagram? I can see myself. What do you all say? Hello, Crystal. Hello, Swarbo. All right. So this is our canned chicken. I'm just going to drain it. You close it up. Agnes says it looks good. Thank you, my dear. Hello, user. You have any questions? All right. So we still have some space. I was kind of light, but usually I like to get this filled up to the top and then sit, and I'll eat it right out of here. But we still have some extra space, so we're going to put some more chicken in there. So it'll be chicken at the top and chicken at the bottom. All right. So I'm just going to spoon it on top. Oh, make sure y'all can see. We'll do half. So each one is getting 12 ounces of protein, y'all. That's a lot. If you're doing OMAD, like one meal a day, this could be great for you, because if you like having one big salad, some of y'all can prep these and sell them, you know, at the beauty supply, a beauty shop or barber near you, or make your rounds. But all right, now let's put some seasoning on there. So we've got kind of some nice layers. But yeah, think about what would be really colorful and what would be really nice for you. All right, so let's clean up and let's season it well. I didn't know this, but you can, maybe even should, put salt and pepper even on your salad. It helps, especially if you're having like a simple green salad. I think in France, it's literally just a little bit of olive oil and salt and just some fresh greens. They're so good. Thank you, Piece of Pieces, Maya, for the badges. Thank you all so much. Okay, Swarvo can see on Instagram. Yeah, I never know, y'all. Sometimes, you know, it's good to leave and come back. Okay, so of course, we're going to start with Miss Aisha'S dressing. Ooh, let's go ahead and speak that. I'm sure there'll be a sweet honey dressing soon. So we're going to use some of her vegetable seasoning. And then I have some other Asian-inspired seasonings. So I'm just going to put that on there in different layers. So we give that a nice little sprinkle. You can do whatever you like. If you want to do salt, pepper. And it doesn't really have to be pretty because you're probably going to shake it. But let's see. I've got some furikake seasoning. I love that. Let me show y'all that one. I think this is sushi seasoning. If you all are big sushi connoisseurs, I'm not, but you can see it's got sesame seeds, it's got seaweed. I don't know what else is in here. Good stuff. But if you like that salty, if you like that umami, if you like that kind of almost crunchy, I go to town on this one. All right. So tablespoon is 25 calories, but I go in kind of heavy with this. You could also do some crushed up seaweed as well. Whatever works for you. But I like to get in there. Give it a nice, that kind of looks nice. I think so. All right. And then maybe just some extra sesame seeds. If you're vegetarian, I guess you could do this with egg. I have boiled egg. Would boiled egg make sense? I don't know. What do y'all think? Do we put egg on an Asian-inspired salad? Let me just show y'all a couple other ones that I have. I'm not going to, I guess I'll go ahead and use everything. We've got some bang bang seasoning. We've got some umami seasoning. But this is where you can just go to town with whatever you have that's that you bought for a recipe that you did one time. And that's the key when you're cooking, if this is cooking, when you're making vegetables, you have to make them taste good. If you don't like vegetables as they naturally are, I think you can learn to, but you know, really get in there. Oh, this has got some nice sesame. Season them well. Usually seasonings are 0 calories. All right, now I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar. So I have to be careful about that kind of stuff. But get in there and season it well, especially if you're using any type of chicken that's not seasoned. The canned chicken is pretty tasty to me. All right, so let me put a little bit of this here. And then we could stop, but I'll do, oh, I always feel like I should taste it for y'all. All right. So we are pretty much done. You could leave it dry like this and then just put the top on it. Of course, we're gonna need some dressing, so I'll show you all. You can use any dressing that you want, but honestly, a lot of times salads, a lot of extra calories. I'm looking for my top to the mason jar. A lot of extra calories come from salad dressing. Hold up, y'all. I know I'm probably standing over top of it. All right, let me get the top. Here we go. So we just did one, and I know I took my time on this, but imagine if you had, you know, these ready to go. It could be the difference between, you know, choosing something healthy or going off the rails. All right, so dressings are a big key. One of the substitutes that I've made, you all have heard me talk about beverages and condiments. Those are huge culprits for extra calories. You can do what you want to. I am not the food police, but this is what I use, the Walden Farm Sesame Ginger. This one is 0 calories, fat-free, sugar-free, gluten-free, all of that. It is a lighter dressing, but because it's 0 calories, I go to town on this. Let's go ahead and do one of them. I go to town on this. So you could dress it up. Gonna dress you up with my dressing. Debbie says popcorn. You could go ahead and be pretty generous with the 0 calorie dressings. If you're doing the ones that have calories, you'll just need to measure it out and watch your portions if you care about that. If not, it's totally fine. But like the full, God, it smells good. The full flavor version of this that I have in the boys' fridge is like 130 calories as opposed to 0. And so, you know, I kind of really go in there and get it all nice and then put that top on here. Let's go ahead and shake it up. And you want to really shake it well to make sure everything is coated. So I would probably shake it right before I eat it. And then if you like the crispy stuff, you could add wonton strips. You could do fried onions. You could do whatever you like. Trisha says it looks delicious. Oh, hello, Arx is here. What's the seasoning? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Okay. Miss Aisha'S seasonings, I'll show y'all what I use if you want a screenshot. So you can get Miss Aisha'S seasonings at selectblends.com. So of course, we always use her seasoning. So this is the vegetable seasoning. All right. So this was the first one that I put on there. This is a good all-purpose. Use it on everything. And then I just kind of raided my pantry of all the Asian-inspired seasonings I have, whether they work together or not. All right. The second one, this one is the furikake seasoning. This is the one with seaweed in it. You can get this in the Asian section or in the Asian grocery store, but this is the one with seaweed. If you like a fishy fish flavor, that's your furikake seasoning. And then this one says Members Mark, so I'm assuming this one came from Walmart. This is the Bang Bang. This one says sweet and spicy. All right, so this was the second one. I just put some of everything on there. And then this last one, this Japanese style seasoning, umami ramen. You could also just do salt and pepper. You could do ginger, garlic. You could do whatever you like. I think that's good. I'll take one bite for you if you insist. I know, y'all. But yeah, you can leave it like this in the fridge. And again, these jars just came from the Dollar Tree. Oh, to me, that looks incredible. Just seeing everything all like, don't you want to just jump in there? I love it. Some of y'all may say, mm-mm. Oh, Christina says, I used to make salad cups for your school skid lunches. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, the chicken in a can. Actually, this one came from Walmart or Sam's Club. Same place where you get the tuna, but it's canned chicken breast. So it's cooked white meat chicken, and it's delicious. Okay, I'm going to get a spoon. Try and get a little bit of everything in here and taste it. So we have our apple, we have our green onion, we have our cilantro, we have cabbage. Falling in my hand. Oh my God. See, this is where I gotta stop. Oh my God, it's so good. If you know you have events coming up, this is that time of year. If you know you have travel coming up and you know you're going to be enjoying a heavier meal later, this is something, to me, it's very satisfying. It's got the crunch of the apple. It's got the freshness of the cilantro. And yeah, you could put it on a plate, but like when I'm home by myself, I'll eat it right out of the container. Believe me, it's a beautiful bite because you have the savoriness of the chicken. Ooh, one of these seasonings that's a little spicy is actually nice. You bite down, you get like the sweet crunch of the apple. You get the fresh burst of the cilantro. You have all of those seasonings in there. And because we used, Teen Girl says water chestnuts. Yes. I'm trying to make myself really light because I got a lot of travel coming up. But absolutely, crispy fried onions. The only thing, you could do your nuts in here. I would just say anything crunchy would be good in these kind of containers where you can keep a separate compartment. Shake it up and then consume your crunchy bits right when you're going to eat it. I wouldn't put your wonton strips or your French onions or anything crunchy and then as the meal prep version. But it is so good. And here's the hack, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The lighter dressings can leave some to be desired. But if you season it really well, if you really get in there kind of heavy with 0-calorie seasonings, the dressing that you put on there is really just like a glue, almost like a binder. You don't need as much just to kind of coat it. And you could sit at your desk in a meeting or whatever, and it's great. So much flavor. So again, you could substitute your mandarin oranges, the little cuties, if you have those for the kids, peel those, excuse me, in addition to or instead of the apple. If you want some good healthy fats, avocado. What else would go well? I'm just going to clean up, and I guess I'll start on this smoothie, even though that boy is not home and I told him to be. We'll talk about that later. Let's see what else y'all are saying. Yeah, something you would make, absolutely. I counted the calories one day. I think the whole thing is like 200 calories. Don't quote me, y'all. I don't know. But you could eat this whole salad, and it's so, yeah, it could be meal prep or instant meal. And no dishes, no cooking. If you know you're going out, and I don't know, maybe some of y'all can like, oh, I'm just not going to eat. I'm going to save it for later. That doesn't work for me. I'll end up overeating at the event. So if I'm going to be traveling or whatever, I'll eat a big salad. Another hack that I've done, if I've got to go run errands, because one of the things I've learned, it's expensive outside and it's high calorie outside. I do not need to be out running errands and see those drive-throughs. So I've tried to make a salad like this and eat it. And then as soon as I'm done with this, grab the keys and go. So I'm still like full from all of these veggies. Plus, it's got really good flavor and the sweet from the apple. I'm glad y'all like it. I didn't think y'all would like it. A Teen Girl, you're going to make it? Absolutely. So let's clean up. And we will start our smoothie. We're going to do salad and smoothie. Or we could wrap it here. I don't know. I was going to make a smoothie for Marcus. So I got the ingredients out. If you all want a smoothie, put the ice cream or milkshake emoji in the chat. Or if you're done, we can call it. Let me just clean up. I'll put these in the fridge. And again, just leave it like this. And you can do any vegetables. You can layer it yourself. So I'm going to put these in the fridge. But I really like these shaker salads. For the summertime, you know, if you have time on the weekend to sit and, you know, prep your veggies, and maybe you'll be more inclined to actually prep them if you cut them up and immediately, like if you had 5 of those containers out, just chop it up and go, you know, or not. All right. Joy says it looks good. Thank you. Tamika wants the smoothie. All right. Pam says you missed everything. Oh, no. All right. I hear the garage. Our graduate is home. Because I was about to... He's 17, y'all, and he's got senioritis so bad. I'll let him say hi, and then we're going to make a smoothie. Because I didn't want to make it, then I'll be forced to drink it because I'm really trying to... Oh, just in time. You want to say hello? Oh, there you are. Okay, so I'm gonna make well, first of all, everybody, this is Marcus. Y'all have seen him. He is graduated. Classes are over. So what do you look? Oh, you want to try the salad I just made? Are you hungry?
For the smoothie.
Smoothie? Okay, perfect timing. So we're gonna make a smoothie for Marcus. So I'm gonna make 2 different smoothies.
Should have came late.
No, do you want chocolate and strawberry, or do you want pineapple banana, or both? Would you try both?
Former.
Chocolate strawberry?
I don't like pineapples.
Okay, so we're gonna make a chocolate strawberry smoothie for Marcus. All right, everybody. So give me about 10 minutes, and it'll be ready. Or you need something right now? Do you want to?
Salad, you said?
Oh, you want? Why don't you try the salad? Okay. I made this one. Now, this one has my low-calorie dressing, but you can give everybody a taste and then tell them what you think. So I'm going to have Marcus try the salad we just made together. Let me get you a spoon or a fork. You can eat this while I'm making your smoothie. All right. So you all can see what the, will I have the salad on a show on my website? Homeless.
Thanks.
It was a taste.
Right.
All right. So you all can see what I mean? I make this stuff for me, and then the kids are like, Mom, what is that? Okay. So Marcus is eating our 200-calorie salad with light dressing, and he's over here tearing it up. You want to give any feedback? How did I season it?
Tastes like a salad.
Tastes like a salad. All right, y'all. Let's move.
Cheese in this?
I didn't put cheese in it. Do you want some cheese in it? No. Yeah. Usually Asian cuisine, there's not a lot of dairy. I am not, I'm not a chef. All right, y'all. Let's move on to a smoothie for Mr. Market. Yeah, they just shake. Oh, you know what? I could have put in there some boiled egg. Anyway, smoothie time. They're going to shake me down for my food. But that's good. That's what I wanted. I wanted him here so he could eat it so I could continue fasting. All right, y'all. So let's get it started. Okay, so we're gonna I had an idea to make a chocolate strawberry smoothie for Marcus. Have I ever made this before? No. Has that ever stopped us? No. So we're gonna do this together. All right, so let me just clean this off. We're going from team savory to team sweet. And I'll walk you all through some substitutes. And Marcus loves smoothies and yogurt parfaits. So I'm going to show y'all what I make. Hello, Angel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's just clean this off. And all right, we're going to get the blender. Oh, I was going to show you, for those of y'all that just came in, this struggle salad was really simple. I'll show you my little layers here. Just in a container, this was canned chicken. All right, so canned chicken, chicken breast, fresh cilantro. Instead of lettuce, I use slaw. So this is cabbage. And then we have diced apple. And then we have green onion. And then some more chicken. And then I just seasoned it really well with every Asian inspired seasoning that you have. Add my 0-calorie dressing, shake, and go. And this was the dressing. Walden Farms. And you could use whatever sesame ginger dressing that you have. All right. All right, team. So let's make Marcus a chocolate strawberry smoothie. And let me wash my hands. So for your smoothies, and this is really basic, 3 ingredients. Some type of liquid, some type of fruit, and some type of cream. That's my unofficial smoothie recipe. Again, you can get as fancy or as simple as you want. So for liquid, we're gonna do milk, and we're gonna do real milk. Now, y'all know when I'm cooking for myself, I do non-dairy milk, so almond milk or coconut milk. The kids, they blow through it, all right? They can have the good stuff. So let me get my food processor here. Niece says, who is Marcus? I'm sorry, we got new people all the time. We have 2 boys. Marcus is our 17-year-old. He's graduating on Saturday, and he signed up for the Marines. So he's a 17-year-old. He's a swimmer. He's growing. He eats everything, all right? So let's start with our liquid. All right, so you can do juice if you want to. Juice has a lot of calories and a lot of sugar. If you're a juicer, that's totally fine. Marcus likes milk. I got these from the Dollar Tree. So you can do the white milk or we're going to do the chocolate milk. I've never done a smoothie with chocolate milk, but I was kind of thinking the chocolate covered strawberries vibe. So we're going to use this real chocolate milk from the Dollar Tree. All right. So I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Bring it here. Can I do something really quick? Okay, so Marcus gave me some feedback that the salad is hard to eat out of a mason jar. So I'm actually just going to put it in a bowl. And it actually, I'm gonna clean the sides a little bit. I just shook it out of the bowl. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture. It actually looks kind of nice. And you could put some more furikake seasoning on there. That actually looks nice. So if you don't want to eat it out of the bowl, apparently the wide mouth is, the narrow mouth is a little difficult. But look what happens when you shake it. I think that looks good. You could put some chopsticks on there. But I think that looks really nice. So let me take a quick picture. I just eat it out of this, but you could pour it into a plate or a bowl. And let me give this back to him. Okay. So let me take a quick picture so you all could see. And I'll just put, just for decorative, make it look like we know what we're doing. Oh my gosh, y'all, that looks beautiful. I'll show y'all the pictures in just a second. I'm just getting it in a bowl. Doesn't that look nice? And you could doctor it up however you wanted to, but I'm gonna give this back to him. So we have apple, we have green onion, we have cilantro, cabbage, we have some carrot, furikake seasoning, calorie-free sesame ginger dressing, and enjoy. All right, so just a little bit nicer presentation. Let me give this back to him. You have your spoon? Let me give you a, I got you.
Where's the fork?
Oh, it's here, but I'll give you a clean spoon. All right. I put some more furikake on there too. Marcus loves sushi kind of stuff, so he's good with it. All right. Back to the smoothie. Hello, Quasia. You haven't been to the Dollar Tree? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the cabbage has been a game changer for me in salads. I use it as a base. It just lasts so much longer. It holds up to the dressing. It doesn't wilt, okay? Do you need some hot sauce on that one, or you're okay?
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. That's a first, y'all. Okay, smoothie time. So we're going to do a chocolate strawberry smoothie for Marcus. So we're going to use chocolate milk as the base. All right, so this is going to be more of a dessert smoothie, but we'll make it relatively healthy. How much? I don't know. I just eyeball it, y'all. So I like to do in layers. So we'll do like that much, but he's probably going to want, he's hungry. So I'm going to go to the first blade of chocolate milk. All right, so we have chocolate. And then I do have fresh strawberries. So we're going to just cut the tops off of these. We'll do this quickly. You can also use frozen. Oh, thank you so much. Ouch. Your nephew graduated today. Congratulations, everybody. It's graduation. Dad's in grad season. So I have some fresh strawberries. We'll do like 6, maybe more. We'll save one as a nice little garnish. Let's get these washed off. And I'm just gonna chop the leaves off, and we're gonna put them in the blender whole. Fresh is great if you have it. It also will double as a garnish, but I love frozen. Frozen fruit keeps a lot longer, and you don't need as much ice. You still will need some ice. You won't need as much ice if you have frozen fruit. You can do regular berries. You can do the berry blend. Okay, so let's get these strawberries in here with the chocolate milk. I'll just use, I'm gonna get a clean knife because that has like cilantro and stuff all on it. I know, I could just wash it. All right, so I'm gonna put quite a few strawberries in here. Marcus likes strawberries, so far just chocolate milk, and I'm gonna do fresh strawberries, all right? You could also do, I don't know, what else would go well? You could do blueberries, raspberries, and if you don't like chocolate milk, use regular milk, or you could do a juice. But we're gonna try and give him something that fill him up a little bit. Oh, Michael says your voice is so calming. I could watch you all day. Thank you so much. You got bathrooms to clean? Don't we all? But thank you. I like to make this a pleasant experience. I mean, cooking for me is therapeutic. It's kind of like we all need those repetitive tasks that you can just turn off your brain and just kind of go to a place that's your happy place. For some of y'all, it's gardening. For some of y'all, it might be twisting on a car or some other projects. Let's save this one as a garnish. All right, so I have about the same amount, maybe 2 handfuls of strawberries. All right, thank you, Anointed. Absolutely, yeah. So this makes me happy, and I'm glad it's a good experience for you all. All right, we have fun here. So that's what I'm gonna do for fruit. We're just doing chocolate strawberry, and then now, of course, to make it healthy, we need yogurt. Now, if it were for me, I would do a plant-based yogurt, almond milk yogurt, or coconut milk yogurt. But for Marcus, I'm actually going to use real Greek yogurt. This is the Oikos. It's still 000. It's got protein, but no sugar, no sweeteners, and no fat. There's nothing wrong with full-fat Greek yogurt. I had it in Greece. Literally, if you had a spoon, it's so thick, like you turn the spoon upside down, it is not coming off. But a little goes a long way. They serve it with like honey and sweet fruit after a meal for dessert. Seriously, 2 or 3 bites is all you need. Anointed, when you like this yogurt? Yeah, this is a great yogurt. If you can have dairy, I'm going to taste it because that's what I do. But it's a great yogurt and it's sweet without sugar. So we're gonna put a hefty amount in here, like a whole ladle. So good. And this is vanilla and it's sweet already. So let me go in with maybe like a cup. I just eyeball it, y'all. But he likes a big smoothie. So let's do like quite a lot. And I'm just the type, I put a little bit and blend a little bit. Now, I'm not going to add any extra sweetener in here because our chocolate milk is sweet, our strawberries are sweet, and our yogurt is vanilla flavored. Sweet, but sugar-free. So I don't think we need to add any extra honey or anything, but you could. Now, I am going to add ice. We definitely, let me get the mason jar full of ice. I'm going to go ahead and do like equal amounts of ice, and then we're just going to blend it. And then I'll do a little garnish for him like he needs it. But let me get a couple cups of ice, and we're going to blend and go. Okay. So I got a lot. Let's see. All right, let's see what happens. I don't know what color this is going to be. Usually strawberry. Oh, you know what you could also do? I had banana, but he doesn't want banana. So I'll show you all my banana hack in just a minute. Okay, hopefully I have my blender together well. All right, y'all. So this might just be brown with strawberry flavor. I have no idea, but I get these ideas and then practice on the kids. And anybody here, try it. Let me know, is it good? All right. So let's blend this. So we just have chocolate milk, Greek yogurt, strawberries, and ice. Warning. Okay, we're good. Mom says cook with your senses, Maggie. Don't just set it and forget it. That was probably like 45 seconds, but I was just listening and looking for the big chunks of ice to dissolve. It still got some red in it, y'all. I thought maybe it would be brown. We have a beautiful question from Agnes. She says, with Marcus graduating, are you still going to be cooking for us? Absolutely. I've been cooking since 1842. My mom is a retired home economics teacher. When I was 10, she said, if you do not cook for your children, who will cook for them? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm talking to the Barbies. But yes, I have accepted that I'm going to have to work on making better food choices for the rest of my life. I love to eat, so we need to do it in a way that's helpful. So you all can see it looks like a strawberry smoothie, but we made it with chocolate milk. So let me just give it a quick little stir and taste, and then we're ready to pour. And Marcus can tell y'all if it's good. So this is our consistency. I just want it drinkable through a straw. Less ice if you want it less volume. Ooh. It's good. I know I said I wasn't going to do any sweet. I've got one thing that I want to add. This is my dairy-free Cool Whip. So this is coconut whip. I think it's sweet on its own, but you know how Greek yogurt has a little tart, like it just gets you at the end? I would probably put some lemon in it. You really don't taste the chocolate milk that much, but I'm just gonna put like a dollop of whipped cream, but this is dairy-free. It's made from coconut cream. So I'm gonna put some of this in here because it's sweet, just to give it a little bit, and then I'll put some on top too. And I'll just blend it one more time, or maybe just, I think we're good. All right, get some from the bottom. Oh yeah. All right. So let's get this poured. I'm gonna go for the other big mason jar. All right. I know he said it's hard to eat out of, but maybe he can drink out of it. So Marcus likes them in this size. So let's take the blade out and rinse it so we're not so greedy. I know some of y'all like getting in there and licking the containers. All right. So we just added some whipped cream in there. I'm going to pour. Let me put the top on so the whole thing doesn't, y'all know what happens. All right. Give them the whole thing. And if you wanted to, you could do some chocolate syrup on the side. Perfect. All right, so we got a big one. Then I'm gonna do a little whipped cream on the top for him. It's coconut whipped cream. If I had the spray one, I would get a nice little swirl thing going on, but I don't. So we'll just have to do it with the spoon. Got a little whipped cream on top. And then, because there's chocolate, I found these in the freezer. I have some healthy chocolate chips just as a little garnish. We'll put these on there. And remember that last strawberry? We're just going to gather the leaves. I'm just going to slice it on the middle and put it right there for him. And let me put a straw in and let him taste it. Let's take a picture first. Oh, let's get the big straw. I have one that I use for smoothies. I don't know if y'all can tell. So let's go in there. All right, let me take a quick picture before our whipped cream melts. Let's move everything and see what he thinks of his chocolate strawberry smoothie. But yeah, just giving you all some options. Oh my gosh, let's move that. I think it looks so good. Let's take, I almost wish, but I didn't do any food coloring. I almost wish it were a little bit more red, but I think it's perfect. We'll see what the kid says. So we have chocolate milk, we have Greek yogurt, we have ice, chocolate chips, coconut whipped cream, and fresh strawberries. All right, I'm excited. All right, Marcus, it's ready. Let's see what he thinks. Looks yummy? Okay, so this is your chocolate strawberry smoothie. Wow. Yummy?
Tasty.
It's tasty? Okay, good. Just in case it's cold. All right, wonderful. Is this too much?
No, I would drink it.
You'll drink it? Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much. We made two things today. We made smoothies and salads. So again, this was our Asian chicken inspired salad. All you need to do, you can meal prep this, put your low calorie dressing, shake and go. Marcus ate the whole thing. Yeah, let's see your bowl. So Marcus ate the whole thing. And that was a healthy salad for me, all right? And then we made a smoothie with chocolate milk, fresh strawberries, Greek yogurt. And you all can customize it and make it your own if you have different flavored yogurt or whatever. And then the garnish is just nice because people like to know what's in their food. So it kind of tells you it's a chocolate. Here you go, babe. It kind of tells you that it's a chocolate-covered chocolate strawberry smoothie. Do you taste the chocolate or not really? You taste the chocolate milk? All right. Thank you so much for the badges. Thank you, Vern and Perfection, Bolton, James. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna see Marcus at my next stream. No stream Wednesday. I've got YouTube events coming up tomorrow and Wednesday. So if you all like my travel content or when I'm invited to movie premieres and things like that, you can stay tuned on my channel. Is that my grandson? Ouch, that kind of hurts. No, I'll be 50 this year, and Marcus is 17, so you could do the math. No, he's our oldest. Trisha says it looks
What'd
smooth. Somebody asked if you're my grandson.
What kind of grandma are you? Would you bathe in that coconut oil and all that crap?
No, it's funny. I got carded when I was out. Sometimes people think I'm only 40, but yeah, I'll be 50 at the end of this year. Thank you, Tanya. You all like it? Looks delicious. Hello, Carmen. Okay, looks delicious. Yeah, Marcus likes it. So I asked him what he wanted. He said a smoothie. So hopefully we gave you all some tips. No stream Wednesday. So you all can stay tuned. I'm always posting. And then the next stream, no stream Saturday. Saturday is Marcus's graduation. So dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I know, dramatic.
Yeah.
So Marcus is graduating and the family's all coming and we're going out for hibachi and all of that. So just stay tuned, y'all. I got a lot coming up, but thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Aisha, as always, for allowing me to stream on your platform. I had a blast and hopefully gave you all some good cooking recipes. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you, TikTok. I appreciate it so much. All right. Yes, he is spoiled. Look, when he goes to what do they call it? Boot camp. I'm a little bit biased, but he can have whatever he wants this summer because y'all already know what's coming when he ships out. All right. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you all so much for being here. Oh, thank you all so much for all of the support. Oh, Agnes wants the Cash App. It's $M Brown. I'll write it on the microwave. It's really easy. That is so kind of you. Somebody wants the Cash App. $M Brown, like the color.
Why don't you do mine?
Okay, you want to give your Cash App?
I'm kidding.
Is it for me or for Marcus? If it's for Marcus, just tell me and I'll forward it to him. A lot of people have been being a blessing since he's graduating and going off. But thank you so much. Bye, Lisea. Good night, Michael. Oh, I need to get a new marker. That's hard to see. He's the oldest. He had two boys, 15 and 17. So Marcus and then his younger brother. And then that's it. And, amicably divorced. They actually live with dad. So when they come to visit me, it's a treat. All right. All right. Thank you all so much. Bye.